Hey, how you doing? Just catching up. Last time you saw us, we were working on a gas tank full of poop. Well, that turned into be more of a poop job than I gave it credit for. The previous location apparently had quite the rodent problem. They made, when I was peeking in the tank, I was looking through the fill hole, and I just saw a little bit of stuff in there. No big deal. Once I got it out and got the sending unit out, they had made a nest all around the arm of the sending unit in the float out of insulation, like the fiberglass insulation, napkins, paper towels, whatever they could find around there. And I tell you what, they worked hard because it was huge, humongous. So once I got all that out of there, it was very rusty. And the real crime here is the tank never had gas in it. Apparently when they were doing the original restoration on this thing, they bought a new tank. And holy mackerel, it just looked terrible. So my nozzle of my bead blaster over there fit right down in that hole. So I blasted it with some Black Beauty, got it all cleaned out, put some sealer in it, tank sealer that I've used before. I actually had that in stock. Some Pour 15 gas tank sealer, works well, I recommend it. So we got that back in, went over all the nuts and bolts, made sure everything was tight. It's ironic, 90% of all the nuts and bolts on this thing are either safety wired or have a cotter key in them. Pretty cool. Grease fittings too, holy mackerel. This thing's got like 900 grease fittings. There's grease fitting on everything. You don't see that in today's cars. So we got all that done, moving forward. While I was messing with it, I figured out that my fuel pump wasn't working. Wasn't pumping any fuel. I tried priming it, both directions to get it to, because it's probably new, but it's been sitting 20 odd years. But it wouldn't, so I was gonna rebuild it. Diaphragm, 14 bucks. Spring, $1. Easy peasy. I must have called 5, 7 places, and everybody told me the same thing. Back order, out of stock. Don't know when we're gonna get one. I finally talked to my parts lady from Dennis Carpenter, Miss Judy. She is a lovely lady, and she goes, "Hon, we don't have any. Don't know when they're coming in, but I do have fuel pumps." And I said, "God bless you." And when I had her on the phone, might as well, if I'm going to order one thing, I might as well order a few things. So I did get some other stuff. I got the rubber mounts to put the body back on. I got a fuel pump, naturally. Some fuel line fittings and fuel line. There was a couple things. So she was very honest. She said, "Look, hon, it could take 15 to 20 days before they even pull it off the shelf before it gets to me. Whatever it is, send it. Thank you. God bless you, Miss Judy. Nice lady." So we got everything back together. It does runs pretty dang good, except for the fuel pump. So then I kind of concentrated up here on the radiator. I wanted to be able to let it run. So I actually got 2 radiators when I got the project. And as it's turning out, neither one of them are for this car. I'm assuming, I'm just throwing it out there, that the guy was figuring that he could take it to a radiator shop and take 2 radiators to make one that was going to work. Don't think so. So I kind of, and then I looked inside the where the hoses go on the radiator, and it is also full of insulation, paper towels, and whatnot from the dang varmints, rodents, whatever. I tell you what, I got so dang ticked off, I wound up having to just take a break and get a beverage. So then I moved my thoughts on to something else. I actually bled the brakes. That works out pretty good. That's all new stuff too. Never had fluid in it. Looked pretty, nice, clean. No rodents in there, thank goodness. God bless America. But I got brakes. I prove that to you, but I don't feel like getting up, to be honest with you. And I just wanted to make a quick comment. I appreciate people watching, and I do appreciate the comments, and I do realize that you don't see a lot of working and a lot of talking, but the name of the program is Shop Talk with Bob. But we're working on that, and it's only because I can't film what I'm doing. It took me 20 minutes just to get this thing set here without it falling over. I got a half a dozen wrenches in the back and a magnet, just so I can do this. All right, there you have it. You heard it first, right here on Roller Derby. See ya.